Hello and welcome back. And right now I'm going to just briefly go over series circuits and parallel circuits. So a series here on the left hand side, you can see we have a battery and a light and a resistor. That's the light, that's the resistor. And the difference between a series and a parallel circuit, let me draw this right, I'm sorry. Positive side battery, negative, positive, positive, negative. The difference between a series circuit and a parallel circuit is that as you can see in the series, there's only one way for the electricity to flow, and it has to go through every component one by one before it gets back up to the top. In this parallel circuit, well, there's two different batteries for starters, and so the electricity can go through either one of them, or both of them, and then when it comes down this way, well, it can go through the resistor or the light bulb. And there are a couple of factors that determine which one whether the resistor or the light bulb gets more current going through it. And basically, it's just an extension of Ohm's law. So let's look at series first, because that is a little bit easier. The two things that really change are voltage and current. An average changes too, but you can use Ohm's law to figure that out. But when voltage changes, when voltage changes, we have one cell, two cells, and three cells, and they all have the same voltage. Let's say they all have 1.5 volts each. Well, the electricity has to go through this 1.5 volt battery, and then this one, and then this one. So all it really is you add the voltages. You add the voltages. And it's the same with resistors. You've got this 4 ohm light bulb here, and this 3 ohm resistor. A light bulb and a resistor, they both are resistors. They both are loads. They can both be measured in ohms. You've got the 4 ohm resistor, 4 ohm light bulb and the 3 ohm resistor. They're both loads, and they're both right next to each other, so they could just as easily be one larger 7 ohm light bulb. I mean resistor. Load thing. Load. I'm getting tired, guys. It's like 1:20 in the morning, and yeah. So parallel circuits. Stuff gets a little tricky. Now I purposely drew you two 1.5 volt batteries right next to each other. 1.5 volts plus 1.5 volts. This part of the circuit, even though down here the electricity can go in multiple pathways, up here, where these two batteries are, there's only one way to go. Once it starts going through one of the batteries, it has to go through the other one. So we can talk about that like it is series. So in the end, this battery at the top has 3 volts. This one at the bottom, though, it's still got 1.5. So how do we, like, right here say, what's the voltage at this point? Well, it would be the voltage that we have in the top and the bottom, and then they average each other out, if I remember correctly. You can use Ohm's law to figure that out. And if I found out that I was completely wrong because I couldn't find this in the textbook, then I'll let you know. But for today, we're saying that they average them out. So what is 3 plus 1.5? What was that? Okay, weird stuff just happened on my screen. Over 2. That's the formula for averages. So 4.5 over 2. I'm going to leave it as that because I don't want to do the math and figure out in my head what that is in a decimal. Hand in hand, come on. No. Computers. The resistance is a little bit more complicated, and I hated the resistance formula back in grade 9 because, frankly, it's ugly. So if we have R total, that equals, 1 over R total equals 1 over R1 plus S and R. 1 over R2 all the way to 1 over Rn. The n there, for clarification's sake, means all the way to the end of however many resistors you have. We only have 2, which makes the math kind of easy. It is simply, it is 1 over the 3 ohm resistor plus 1 over the 4 ohm resistor. And yes, you have to add these properly, so multiplying by stuff, and this becomes 4 times 3, it all goes over 12, equals over 12, 4 plus 3 over 12 equals 7 over 12 ohms. Yeah, 7 over 12 ohms. Which is a fun number, and I don't know what it is, it's something a little over 1/2. But that's how you calculate that. I think that's pretty much what happened in grade 9. There was one more thing called power, and I kind of briefly, no, I didn't talk about it. We can talk about that some other time. It's not really important at the moment. But yeah, that's basically all it was. If you have any questions, yeah, let me know. I'd love to answer them. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff that in these videos I did completely wrong or that made absolutely no sense. So let me know, please, and I'll try to make them better in the future. And that's really all.